I think I'm ready to talk about Petunia, although I can still say that it's obviously it's still very heartbreaking, and I am still struggling. But been spending time out here at the beaver sanctuary property in the pond, and this of course is where I had planned for Petunia to spend her days, living her best and longest beaver life. But obviously that was not it was not in the plan for Petunia and her life. I am a spiritual person and do believe that there is a reason for everything, although it's hard to accept. So anyway, that being said, we will probably never know exactly why Petunia passed away. However, the results that we got were highly suggestive that she had a congenital heart defect that hits as they start to get older, not beavers, but just animals in general. These things are really difficult to identify under the best of circumstances, and much less in a species that we know relatively little about. And so we may not ever fully know. Regardless, I blame myself for missing something, I feel horribly guilty for sharing her with all of you because of the heartbreak, that has resulted. But this is the unfortunate reality of wildlife rehab, where we're not going to be able to save them all. We want to save them all, but we're not going to be able to save them all. And I have absolutely been so thankful and overwhelmed by all of your private messages that you've sent to me, all the support that you've given me, helping Petunia's legacy to continue to live on, because that little beaver was so stinking cute. And she is going to continue to help people to fall in love with beavers. I think that if nothing else, I want to see her legacy continue to be shared, to inspire people to fall in love with beavers, and to realize that this animal is classified as a nuisance, this animal that is allowed to be killed anytime in the state of Mississippi, just for being who they are. If nothing else, Petunia and her legacy can help people fall in love so that we can initiate change for this species, this amazing species. So Petunia is buried on the property, and so she will forever be here. And we will be getting a plaque for her, thanks to your donations. And I am still going to launch, as part of our new nonprofit, the Petunia Heart Project. I have been able to buy a stethoscope. Thank you again for those of you who have donated. And if nothing else, we are going to learn about beaver hearts, and we're going to start getting norms for babies. And Tulip is going to be an amazing beaver to start to learn more about her heart rate, so that I can publish that data to help others. And we are going to power through, and we're going to move on with Stormy and Tulip. They both need us, and we are preparing our phase 1 project. It's coming along so nice, so that we are ready should more orphan beavers come through. I will never give up. I have to continue going, and I just thank you all so much for your support, your love, and just know that my heart is broken. But I think this is probably a reminder of why I did not end up becoming a veterinarian is because I want to save them all. I want every single animal to live their full life, their best life, and of course that's just not realistic. So anyway, Again, thank you all. We are officially registered in the state of Mississippi for our new nonprofit, and I will be launching all of that with a website soon. That nonprofit will be managing this property and the Beaver Sanctuary Project, as well as the Petunia Heart Project. And you know what? We're just gonna keep going. So thank you all again. Please continue sharing and loving Petunia, and we'll just keep on going. So thank you all. And here is the update on phase 1. We give you an idea so that you can start to picture it. It's just been so hot, and if it's not hot, it's super rainy, slowing our progress down some, but this is where we currently are. So to give you an idea, both Tulip and Stormy will each have these enclosures. So we have Stormy will be here, Tulip will be here. We have chain link on the ground. We are putting together 2 of these heavy duty cages from Tractor Supply, and so we have a door in there, but that door will be open. And then we have actually extended this, and the big pool will be here, and we have to set up plumbing and drainage, and it'll drain out towards the woods. Always shady, but we're going to also stretch a tarp over it. And then once Tulip and Stormy are adjusted and doing really well, we have this panel right here that will be opened up on both sides, and we're going to make a little tunnel to connect the two. And so they'll have the option to join one another to spend time together under supervision at first, until they decide if they're going to cohabitate or not. They may not, but they may. We'll see. Regardless, this is going to be a really nice setup. And then when we're out here, we actually are going to set up another one over here as well once we get a little more funding going. Tulip is going to, I say Tulip, Stormy too if she wants to, down the road, but at this point I know Tulip will enjoy coming out. I'm going to dig a little mud wallow here with some rocks and some sticks so that Tulip can practice digging and playing, and again, Stormy when she's ready. Our fence is amazing. We invested in this really heavy-duty 4x4 wire. But we're also going to be attaching some wire at the lower end and actually bring it out so that there's no digging in or out by any animals, beavers or otherwise. So this entire thing will have a layer of wire at the bottom, and that'll just give extra security. Obviously things that climb we'll be able to hop over, which is why at this point we are always just going to have this under supervision. They will not be able to just run around loose for now, until they get a little bit bigger. And even then, never overnight. Overnight, they will always be enclosed. We just have to be incredibly cautious because we are out in the middle of nowhere and in the wilderness, and there's lots of things that would like to come and have a fun snack. So lots of caution, lots of care, but going to be really cool. And then as a reminder, for those of you who are new, so this is phase 1. Phase 1 is for high need beavers for their first 2 years of life, when they need extra security, they need extra care. They're very vulnerable to predators. So phase 1. Phase 2, we will be going out this direction. And phase 2 will have about 3 acres of this land fenced in, and it will be goat fencing. So not 100% beaver proof. If they want to climb out, they will be able to, but after they are at least 2 years old and are showing us signs that they are ready, at least for a soft release, that's going to happen out here. We're going to bring in a bulldozer, clear a little bit, and then right about in there we are going to dig a practice pond. So a pond that is fenced in with goat fencing, a pond that will have a lodge. They will continue to receive food. Essentially, they will leave phase 1, come over to phase 2, and at this point, technically they are released, even though we're going to try to continue a certain amount of care, providing them with food, providing them with observation and some protection as far as goat fencing. And then, so that's phase 2. So we're not funded yet for this, but it's in the plans. And then phase 3 is that pond out on the property, the larger pond, and that is a full release. So that's their full release site. When we put them out there, we'll make sure that they have everything they need, including a practice or a lodge until they can build their own. Lots of observation, lots of research. I've been working on these tail and paw prints for a couple of months now, because it takes a while, and I was going to, my plan is to put these on the shop in celebration of the launch of our new nonprofit, which officially is now registered in the state of Mississippi. We're still waiting on the IRS and all of that official, but it is finally coming. Same thing with the permit, which my plan was all along to have all of this launched together, but anyway, I digress. So with losing Petunia, then I just had a lot of self-doubt and not sure if this is something that we should do, but I have been overwhelmed with all of you who have been ordering Petunia merchandise, and I believe that to honor her memory, I will put them in the shop as a fundraiser for the nonprofit, for beavers, for wildlife, the Petunia Heart Project. So yeah, so we have, this is a Stormy. I got a couple of Stormy prints. She was really good about letting me make a mold of her tail. Lots of cute little Petunia prints. I even made a couple of Tulip and Petunia together. So I will put these in the shop, but that's where I'm at. Oh, and one other item I have been working on again for several months prior to Petunia passing was this Petunia 3-dimensional tail paw print, and I finally, it took forever, but with Petunia I was able to get her rear flippers. They don't really do well as a print, but I thought this was super cute. So I made 10 of these. That'll be the only ones that I have. So I'll put these in the shop as well. They turned out really cute. And yeah,